shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Hokies will kick it away to start us off. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Rides the back on the option to give. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one. Clemson is quick to the line. As you watch how a season unfolds and you get off to a good start like these guys have in ACC play, that momentum can really be powerful.
Oh, 100%. The momentum, the confidence. Like, you go from starting the season and saying, we want to be great in these areas, and now you're starting to see it, starting to pile up some conference wins. Now, Jesse, getting to the middle of the season, and you got to continue to evolve, right, and be ready for some of these rivalries.
No doubt about it. And I think they also like the fact that they've got some guys stepping up and making plays consistently. It's one thing to do it off in non-conference play against weaker competition early in the year.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
What a start by this defense. That is exactly what you need, man. They've been a little bit hit or miss. They've been a little bit up and down. But to start the game on a high note, get the good mojo going, great start for this defense.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Back to throw, it's Rayner. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And last week they got away with it. They gave up 4 sacks. Offensive line didn't play great, but they got the dub. Today, they got to do a better job. Early in the football game, already giving up a sack. They got to find some ways to do a better job of protecting the quarterback.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Let's take a moment here and talk a little Virginia Tech. We've been watching them all year, but David, it seems like they're starting to find themselves a little bit right now, having won the last 2.
Yeah, they're in the category of others receiving votes. Like, there's those next 26, 27, 28. These guys, they're right on the cusp of getting ranked. They've had a really good start to their season.
And they're about to get that recognition then if they can just keep winning. You got to stick to the formula. This is a team that prides themselves on being physical and executing. You got to see that today.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage. You look at down the field, taking away all the options, making sure you don't throw that ball downfield to get the first down. The only option, check it to the running back. Now I close that space. Nice job tackling.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. He threw a pick on the initial drive, but they have it back, and we're still looking for our first points of the game. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go.
Breaks into the open. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Back to pass, it's Fafita.
he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29.
Really good job running the ball, getting that first down. Now here comes the tempo.
And his throw is incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Finding open areas. Delivers the stiff arm. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. Clemson jumps to the line. Right back to the well. Breaks the tackle. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The offense stays on the field. They just have inches to go on fourth down.
Timeout, Clemson.
Needing to convert, Clemson comes to the line. This quarterback part of their running game. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Man, and they did the hard work. Nice job being physical, getting that fourth down and short, and now you got 4 chances from the 1-yard line. This offense is in great position. Shoot, I'm probably going to come back to the same exact play.
Clemson will come to the line with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
And took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches.
And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. Looking to throw, it's Rayner.
At the middle of the field, that time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll run it from the gun. Pick up a 5. It'll be 3rd down and 5. Trying to pick up a 1st down. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. And it's caught inside the 25. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a 1st down.
And they come up with an explosive play there. The quarterback had exactly what he wanted. Man coverage, safety in the middle of the field, so he throws the go route to the outside, finds his best one-on-one matchup. And how about the speed and the ability to track that football and give this offense a jolt?
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
Well, this offense didn't get off to the start they wanted, going 3 and out of the gate. But on the 2nd drive, they're doing much better. They're finding a rhythm, and I think a big part of that is establishing the running game. And really nice job on that last one, picking up the 1st down.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Scanning the field, it's Rayner. He's got it on the run. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback, giving a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. Here we go on 4th and goal, ground to cover. Wants to go up top. Lets it go to the end zone. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted.
One thing I love about this linebacker, guys, he's really good against the run, but he's also nice in coverage, too. That time, a cover 2 look by the defense, so he's just playing in space. He's watching the quarterback's eyes. He's able to jump the route and come away with a turnover.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So on this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Looking to throw, it's Fafita. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Touchdown, Hokies! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six.
Number 19.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Just a little off. Incomplete.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. On the move, it's Davidson. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Clemson is quick to the line.
There's a really nice play there. The thing I like about this guy, too, his versatility. He's not just good running the ball, but he can catch and he can block. And you think about all the greats they've had at the position in recent years. Versatility at the running back position, being an every down back. And that's exactly what this guy embodies.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Bring in the heat. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway. Backed
up now, here's second and long. Looking for a man, it's Fafita. Zings it complete to the right. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. And the Tigers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically. He's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
No love lost between teams anytime they square off inside the Big Ten. Here's one that's just gone final. Michigan left little doubt. You know, this version of the Maize and Blue can hang with any of the teams of the past. And remember, this is a program with multiple national titles. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the Big Ten standings as this one does, gentlemen.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
From the gun, running back on the move. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on third down. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The offense changing the play. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
Here we go. Do the show. Right.
Wants to throw. It's Fafita. Snagged out of the air. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Nice grab to get that squib kick inside the 10. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that. The head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And they swarm him under. The Hokies with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Using his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Touchdown, Clemson. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
Defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll give it to the back. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Leaves it with the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And the Hokies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. Crosses the 45. Turning it on. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. The Hokies just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Looking for room. It's Overton. Pass to Sticks and still on his feet. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And the Hokies will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Direct snap. It's Overton. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Back to throw, it's Fafita. He fires one deep down the right side. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there.
It's hard to run a route or get lost near the sidelines and understand exactly where you're at. Nice job understanding I was starting to get close to the sidelines, throttling down a little bit, catching the football and making sure I was in bounds.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires left. Makes the grab. It's Brown. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw on first down. Fires toward the end zone. Got it. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
You can just see the command this guy has of the offense. He's been picking this defense apart, matriculating the ball down the field. He's now got him in the red zone, close to the goal line. I wouldn't be surprised if they just keep letting him throw it.
never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. They'll grab the squib kick just inside the 10. And the returner goes down. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm, and so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Grabbed in the middle, it's Wiggins. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Under fire. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And I don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker shows you his speed right there.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
You know, they say football is a game of inches, and on that last play, that easily could have been an interception and a huge play for the defense, yet somehow, after the deflection, the offense is able to make the catch, and looky, this drive is still going.
To the air, it's Rayner. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the first down.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Just keep slinging it. Fires to the big fella. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
The Hokies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. Finds the tight end. And that had all the makings of a neat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Into the end zone. He's got it. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. How valuable is a tight end in the red area? Now they're set up with a first and goal.
I love it. Find the big fella down in the red area. Big target, works the middle of the field, easier throws. Nice job by this offense of keeping it very simple.
And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run. And you know at this area of the field, it's really tough to throw it. Let's see who...
Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does. Get it back closer to the line of scrimmage.
Receivers right now aren't getting open. We got to do a better job offensively of trying to create opportunities for them. So use motion, get some stack releases, create that separation, slant routes, out-breaking routes. Just give your quarterback a chance.
Caught behind the line. It's Selden. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
He made that look easy, but it's not. I think one of the hardest things to do is tackle these quick, shifty wide receivers in the open field. Nice job getting that sucker on the ground.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. Pushes toward the goal line. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. Tough run across the 5. He'll get it all the way out to the 8-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He'll keep it himself. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Clemson jumps to the line. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Clemson set up with another first down. He's going to take off. There he goes. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He leaves it with his back. Nice move there. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. We've reached a break. Clemson has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. To throw, it's Fafita. Quickly to the tight end. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Throws to the wideout. Touchdown, Clemson! And the punishment has been extended. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. The give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Brings up 2nd down.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. Grabs it inside the 10. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. And there's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the 4th quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit, throw the football around.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? It's complete to the right. Touchdown, Hokies! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Number 9.
And the defense has to be able to do a better job on the back end, tackling this receiver and keeping him out of the end zone.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. He'll do it himself. He stopped short of the goal line, and they are unable to get the 2 and cut this to a 2-possession game.
Clemson, 38. Virginia Tech.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also...
Oh, he's getting a hasty! And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
That's the danger as a defense when you're playing against this guy, because you know you're going to see the option. And if you don't have a player dedicated to pursuing and stopping him, he is going to burn you like he did right there. He has elite speed. You saw it on that option play.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Really nice first down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
Grab near the marker. It's Poe. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
And listen, I know he just got rocked, but he held onto the football and got the first down. So when he can get up, when he has the strength to get back up, nothing to be worried about. Nice play, nice catch. Don't worry about that big stick. I got the first down. Signal that thing for me and celebrate.
He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
Clemson is quick to the line.
Ready, quick, white switch.
Trying to run it in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Hey, how about this, D? You think they're locked in and dialed into this quarterback and his ability to run the football? You've seen him make plays throughout this game. They know it. They're seeing it, and they're making sure that guy's not going to beat it.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Rayner. Here's the pressure. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Second down coming up. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. It's Wiggins. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
And the Hokies are at the line looking to convert on third and short. And from this angle, I don't think he got the first down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage.
I think at this point of the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there. It didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He will not pick up the first down, the desperation play, and that one might have sealed their fate.
I think after failing on the fourth down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. To the air, it's Fafita. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Quarterback extends the play. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
He gets it all the way down to the 13-yard line. Still short of 1st down yardage. And now on 4th down, do they kick the chip shot field goal or go for it? Needing to convert, Clemson comes to the line. They want to run this quarterback. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal.
And just leaving no doubt in this one, right? 4th down, they've got the lead, running the ball and picking up the first. They're going to ice this game.
You talk about 2-minute drills. This is how you end the ball on an offensive 2-minute drill when you're winning. Run the clock out.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tiger. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to pass, it's Rayner. Got his man downfield. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
27 on the play.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
It's caught downfield. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Virginia Tech.
The Hokies with the 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes a connection. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but to pad the stats. They'll go to the air. Dances away. Fires to the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Looking downfield, it's Rayner. Dumps it to the back. It's incomplete as the two-pointer fails, and I guess unless they were concerned about games of chance, there wasn't really a reason to try to do that, but this game is over. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is